freaky.
Freaky indeed.
Another Blumhouse remake, retake, reboot,
Yes.
whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
I remember the first Freaky Friday.
That's right.
With Jodie Foster. I went to see that in the cinema when I was a lightie. I think it was in the 70s somewhere.
Yes.
They did a remake with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan, when she was still a young
Don't even,
child actor.
I don't want to see it. I didn't see it.
I saw it, but it's too long ago.
It's probably like early 2000s. I can't remember.
My favorite of that type of genre.
Okay, first of all, Freaky Friday. It's a mom and the daughter do like a body swap.
Yes.
That's the joke.
That's the joke. And my favorite version of this sort of story is Like Father, Like Son, which was Dudley Moore and Kirk Cameron.
And they had Vice Versa, another one. Judge Reinhold and the little dude from
Little dude.
It's a Wonderful Life, Wonder Years.
Fred
Savage.
Fred Savage. Yeah, that was
with a mole.
Fred Savage.
He had the mole in
the
what's it, Goldmember?
Goldmember.
Mole. Mole.
He was known for the Wonder Years, Fred Savage. He played I remember him being so good in that film, like really like being the adult.
Vice Versa,
Yes.
Was it Vice Versa?
Vice Versa, yes.
Acting like adult.
Yes.
So now the difference with this Blumhouse version, if you hear Blumhouse, you're going to go, obviously, it's not going to be
You're
straightforward. It's going to be horror, bloody or gory or violent. But schoolgirl switches with a serial killer.
Such a crazy, fantastic, wonderful idea.
And they pulled it off. I was going, but
They pulled it off. Oh, they definitely did.
I think
Yes.
partially because Vince Vaughn was cast well.
He was cast well, and he was so great.
He looks like he really had fun doing it.
Yes.
Acting like a schoolgirl.
Yes.
Because he's a big guy.
Yes.
What happens is there's this, what's it, Blissville? What's the town called? I think it's called Blissville. I can't remember now.
Yes.
Anyway, let's say the town is called Blissville. Maybe it's not. The Blissville butcher is back and he kills a bunch of teenagers.
It's like this urban legend. Like on homecoming night, this butcher comes and he kills a bunch of teenagers, and obviously the kids joke about it, like they do in these type of movies.
Yeah. Now it's a comedy. It's definitely a horror comedy.
It's a dark comedy, yes.
But then this one schoolgirl that's, she's bullied. Her dad died a few years back. Her mom's an alcoholic.
Yeah, she's a little bit meek.
Yeah, she's sort of, she's
A meek geek.
She's got two friends, a girl and a gay guy and a black girl. So they're sort of the outsiders in the school, and they've got these bitches that sort of give a shit, and even one of the teachers gives a shit.
Yes.
She's always being bullied and trodden on.
Let's put it this way.
So when you see this happening, you go,
you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Yes.
So,
it's very clear it's gonna get it.
but when it happens, it's satisfying because they're such assholes.
I think one of the best death scenes I've seen in a very long time.
What, the woodwork teacher?
No. Right in the beginning, in the wine cellar.
Oh yes, that was death by wine bottle.
That was incredibly well done.
But
and
hectic.
Hectic. Yeah.
So that's, whenever you have a movie like this, you must have a death in there that hasn't been seen.
Yes.
Like those Final Destination movies.
Oh, I love those.
And the Saw movies always had the most ridiculously innovative deaths.
Yeah, I think these guys have fun thinking out.
But now for the most part it's running with a knife for this one, but the opening, at least they threw a wine bottle into the mix that made it very different.
They sort of they went out of their way to not make it just straightforward knife slasher.
But long story short, serial killer, it links up to the opening scene where there's this knife, this kid's dad collects all these artifacts and stuff.
Yes.
So it's this specific knife that he stabs this girl with, which then
Has
causes this
mystic,
reaction.
Yeah.
But you can see that when you watch the movie. I won't give you all the details behind that. But basically, so you've got a section where there's some laughs where she's trying to convince her friends in the killer's body that it's her. Yes. They run around and beat each other up until eventually they're convinced. So now the rest of the movie, they must try and get to this guy because this curse will be permanent.
And
after 12 hours, 24 hours?
24 hours. And what I loved about this film is it's not protracted. It's not, because I remember other movies like you've got a week now to get back.
Yeah, it's sort of one day.
This one day and they move. So the pace is great.
Really helped with the pace. Yes. There were no dead spots in the movie, boring bits, draggy, laggy bits. And you also have some jock assholes that get it in various ways.
Rightfully get it, yes.
Which is no surprise, so don't
it's
not a spoiler.
It's very, all the sort of generic characters of such a movie like that.
High school homecoming dance.
Yes.
You know, so it's not a prom, it's a homecoming still. It's high school dance in the gym.
Yeah,
it's always it's like in the 80s, some Terminator or Cobra, all those action movies.
Robocop. It always
had to end in some warehouse or a factory.
Like a cannery or something.
These movies, it has to end at a homecoming dance.
Yeah.
Or prom.
Yes.
Prom dances.
And the one thing I really enjoyed that I felt really was so funny and was so well done is she's the team mascot and they are the beavers. So she's in this huge beaver costume mascot and she ends up running away from the killer and trying to run away in this ridiculous mascot outfit. And it was really funny. I didn't have much hope when I heard this story and what it was about. I was like, oh, really? Do we have to watch this?
And because it's such an overused theme.
But I think they
did. In the 80s, they really nailed that thing.
Because it was I think it's popular. Yeah. It's a very popular idea.
It makes for cheap laughs. It's like those in South Africa. You have Leon Schuster who has these fish out of water things always, or switching ethnicities, and it makes for very cheap laughs.
Yes.
So in this case, I think they rebooted it very, very well.
Very well, and kudos to them because I really enjoyed it, and people should check it out. It's really nice. Yeah.
My score, I'm going to actually give it a 7.
I was thinking a 6.
That's fine. And we even out to 6.5 because I feel a 7 is. I don't want to give it a 6, but I want to give it more than a 6. So 7, you get a 6, 6.5, and it works out fine.
Yeah. A really enjoyable film. It goes past quick, and then it's over.
There's no time wasted. It's good old entertainment, some laughs and some action and some craziness and some murder and death.
I want my body back.
Come and get it.
Most of the people who get it kind of got it coming.
Yes. Especially the woodwork teacher.
But then you can get into does someone deserve to die just for being an asshole? But
yes.
In the movies, yes. Not in real life. If you're an asshole in movies, you can get it.
Listen, if you're an asshole in a horror movie, you're looking for trouble.
No,
so.
But then you are an asshole for a reason. Because you're the one that's going to get it.
Yeah.
All right.
Very enjoyable film.
So another Blumhouse down and lots more to come.
Yes, and again, I sort of started to lose my faith in Blumhouse a bit.
We had a couple of The Craft, Fantasy Island took a bit of a
nosedive for me. Yeah. They have definitely redeemed themselves with Upgrade and with this freaky movie.
And the Forever Purge?
And the Forever Purge, yes.
I mean, Halloween Kills coming up.
Yeah.
So...
We're approaching October, so hopefully we'll see a few gems coming through, I'm hoping.
Yeah. Well, the main one is Halloween Kills. And if you like science fiction, The Matrix, fourth Matrix.
Yeah, I'm not too excited about that, but...
I'm interested to see what's happened to it.
I'll watch it for old Keanu.
In fact, the bits I saw, it looks like frickin' John Wick running around there, so...
Yes.
I think it went straight from the John Wick set. Same beard, same hair.
Yeah, still fit.
Probably the same suit as well.
Yeah, no, it was. It's definitely Blumhouse have redeemed themselves in my
But
eyes.
they will have ones that dip again and come back up again.
Yeah.
But then, you know, they also produce stuff like they did BlackKklansman,
Which was brilliant.
Spike Lee's movie, won an Oscar for that.
Yeah.
And they did also co-produce that documentary Pray Away on Netflix. That church movement that kind of tries to rehabilitate gay people.
Yes, that was brilliant. That's also on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they don't just do horror.
No.
And they did the movie Whiplash.
They're
The
definitely
jazz drumming thing.
definitely branching out.
Yeah, so it's mainly horror. When you see Blumhouse, you know it's going to be horror, or with the Blumhouse Tilt imprint, which is more upgrade is
When
under
you
that
see
one.
Blumhouse, there's an expectation. So
Yeah. And for the most part, I must say, it's usually satisfactory.
yeah.
We haven't watched all of those that TV series with the link to the holidays. I think we only watched the first one. I think there's about a dozen or 2 dozen of those.
We have to watch them.
So we'll have to get into them at some stage. But first, we have lots of Horrorfest entries to look at.
Yes. And we might review one or two. Saw one tonight that was quite good, actually.
Yeah, one from Australia, far out, bizarre science fiction. But we don't know if we'll select it because we've got so much to still watch to see what we can fit in and cram in.
Although I do think this one should be.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But we'll review it after the Horrorfest or just before. We'll try our best. Too much to do, too much to watch, too much to review.
So much horror.
Like, subscribe,
Support, comment.
comment.
Damn it.
Send us cash. Cool. We'll see you on the next one.
Cool.
And watch more cool movies and tell us what you like, what you don't like.
Yes.
Catch you later.
Cheers.
Bye.